Welcome to Toffee TV. Marco Silva has issued a rallying cry ahead of Saturday's must-win game at Goodison Park against West Ham United. He has said, "The first thing for my team is to give everything. In the tough moments, react and put in more hard work and 100% commitment. We have to be more demanding of ourselves every single day. When you have tough moments as a football team, and this is a tough moment for us as a club and our fans, we have to do even more, and then we will see on the match day. As a team, we have to show more, that strong character and personality that we have, that will have us playing to our best level again and achieving what we want in every single match. There are more points to win, and we have to be really strong to win the next match. Then the confidence will come back. In the tough moments, you can see the strong character, the strong personality, and how we can be strong as a team." So there you go. Marco Silva has spoken to EvertonFC.com ahead of Saturday's game, 12:30 game. So he obviously feels that he can turn this situation round, the team can turn the situation round, and I suppose that doing an interview like that, he thinks he's got the time to do it, and he's got the belief he can do it. And I suppose, they're the first things you need if you're going to turn around a situation like this. Everton have lost the last 4 games. He himself said it was a must-win game, so he has got to do everything he can to make sure Everton do win this game. It looks like Fabian Delph is going to be out injured for this game, which obviously, hampers him in his team selection. Seamus Coleman is suspended, so it looks like Sidibe will be back, and then it'll be up to him to whether he makes other changes for this game. Does he leave Gylfi Sigurdsson in? Does he leave Schneiderlin in? Does he have much choice with those players? Does he bring someone like Tom Davies into the team, or even someone like Mason Holgate? We'll wait and see. But I suppose from a fan's point of view, it's how the team approach this game more than anything else. The energy we see, the desire we see, the commitments. And I suppose that's what Marco Silva is speaking about there. That's what he wants more than anything. Forget about your game plans. Forget about what 11 you pick. It's about, can you send 11 players out on a pitch that are hungry to win the game from the very first minute? Because, a lot of these games come down to those things. It comes down to who wants it more. We get caught up so much in football about tactics and formations and style and how many passes, possession and all the rest of it. But a lot of games come down to who wants it more. And if in such fine margins, if Marco Silva can get a team inspired enough and have enough belief in what he wants from them, then Everton should beat West Ham if all things are even. So we'll have to see. It is that mentality that drives a team forward, I think, and we haven't seen enough of that recently from Everton. We haven't seen enough inspired players, and that has led to lacklustre, and disappointing, lacklustre performances and disappointing results. So we'll have to see whether those words can be turned into action on Saturday lunchtime. We'll have to wait and see. A raft of Everton fixtures have been changed for television, obviously for the busy December period. Not just Sky and BT, but also you've got Amazon now in the mix. So the Merseyside derby against Liverpool at Anfield on Wednesday, the 4th of December, is now a 8:15 kickoff. So yeah, more time to get to the ground, more time to have a drink. The game against Chelsea 3 days later was originally a 3 o'clock game, is now a 12:30 game. That's on BT Sport. The game against Manchester United has been pushed back to the 14th of December, kicking off at 12 o'clock on the 2 o'clock, on the Sunday, and will be screened by Sky Sports. That's because Manchester United are in Europa League competition. The game against Arsenal on the 21st of December is now a 12:30 kickoff instead of a 3 o'clock kickoff, so it's still the Saturday before Christmas. That's on BT. Amazon will air Everton's Boxing Day game at Goodison Park against Burnley, but it's still a 3 o'clock game, so no problems there. And then there'll be a change to the New Year's Day game against Manchester City, which will now kick off at 5:30 rather than 3 o'clock. That's on BT. That's probably good for people who go out on New Year's Eve. In addition to that, Everton's fixture with Newcastle on Tuesday the 21st of January will now be a 7:30 kickoff rather than a 7:45 kickoff to coincide with the live screening of Sheffield United and Manchester City, which is just absolute nonsense. So that just makes it even harder to get to Newcastle on a Tuesday night. Nice one, BT. Yeah, there you go. This season is the first of Premier League's new 3-year broadcast cycle, with kick-off times for mid-week evening matches now ranging from 7:30 to 8:15. So there you go. There's all the changes for you. Hopefully that doesn't affect too many people, but I know it will. So yeah, there you go. Story in The Athletic today surrounding Lewis Gibson's future. The player has yet to be given a new contract. He's out of contract at the end of the season, and there's talk of clubs in the Bundesliga, talk of clubs in England, and his old club Newcastle now sniffing around him, with the player being able to leave for nothing at the end of the season. Bit of a strange situation considering his excellent pre-season games. He is essentially the fourth choice centre-back at the club at the moment, although he's not been on the bench for any of the games, not been included in any of the Carabao Cup games. And it's a strange one now to see what happens with him, whether he thinks his future is at Everton, because although he is a young player, if he's not even being offered a contract at this stage, alarm bells might be ringing for him, certainly for the future, and he might think his future is elsewhere. So worrying situation for Everton, and it just seems to be bad news coming from a lot of different angles at the moment. For the player himself, he looks an excellent player, but it's whether he's got that pathway going forward that all players want. It's been a bit of an issue at Everton recently. We've brought a lot of good players, brought in a lot of good players, but we haven't brought through many good players, and any players that we have got seem to have their path blocked. A few years 2 years ago now, when Tom Davies broke through, he found that in the summer following, Everton went out and bought 3 or 4 players in his position, and this seems to be the problem we have at the club. We've got Anthony Gordon at the moment doing really well in the under-23s. He can't get on the bench for the first team in the Carabao Cup, and it just seems that the pathway is now a little bit blocked at the top. There seems to be a bit of a bottleneck. So we'll wait and see what happens with his future. Hopefully he stays at the club. Hopefully Everton make it very clear that they want him to be at the club and give him a route into that first team. So we'll wait and see, fingers crossed. And a little bit of sad news to end the show. Young Callum Dyson, who played in David Unsworth's first Premier League 2 winning season, has had to retire at the age of 23. He's been with Plymouth and he's had a bit of a knee injury, and it's meant that he's had to retire from the game at such a young age. So really, really sad from his point of view. Hopefully he stays in the game. Hopefully someone like Everton gives him a route back into the game, in coaching, or another area maybe in football. So we send our best wishes to him, and hopefully he stays in football and helps others through. There you go. This has been the Everton News Daily. Don't forget to give this video a like. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. If you want more videos, join us on Patreon. Plenty going on at the moment. West Ham preview has gone out. We've done the footy show, which is on Patreon as well. There's a chat about Marcel Brands. That's going to be out soon. And if you're into your road to glory, that is going to be out tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.